What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Action Industries with another quick first thoughts review here on a brand new film coming out this weekend called Sonic the Hedgehog. You guys may know Sonic. It's a popular video game from the 1990s. It's a Sega game. I played a good amount of Sonic in my day. So this newest film is directed by Jeff Fowler, who is a director who you guys probably are not super familiar with. He had a Oscar-nominated short back in 2005 about like a gopher called Gopher Broke. He worked in the animation department on Where the Wild Things Are. He's not somebody who's really been around a whole lot. He's got some credits, but very, very limited. And I think that this is a movie that people don't really know how to feel about. They don't know if it's going to be successful or not. The cast is Ben Schwartz, who is playing the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog himself. You got James Marsden, Cyclops himself, in there as he's like a cop who's helping Sonic, but he's, definitely, when I saw in the trailer, he felt a little miscast. And then the big name that's in this movie is going to be Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, who's, the evil genius from the game, if you guys remember. You got Tika Sumpter in there, Adam Pally, a few other actors people would recognize, Neil McDonough, but really for the most part, this is James Marsden and Jim Carrey. And then you have Ben Schwartz, if you're a fan of Jim, if you know who that is. So I definitely went into this movie with pretty low expectations. I thought this movie was going to be actively bad. When it was released and everything, I thought it was going to suck. And I even made fun of it on the internet quite a bit. And I have to tell you guys, pretty surprised. Pretty clever script, quite enjoyable. Definitely a kid's movie. This is definitely, if you have children, take them to see this movie. I think they'll enjoy this. If you played Sonic in the 90s, you might really like it. The script is pretty funny. It does feel at times a little bit like a chore in that I'm watching a children's movie kind of way, but I would say only very sparingly. In general, this movie made me laugh a lot. In general, this movie made me feel great. I walked out of it thinking I would give this movie a good review. Not everything can be Inside Out, where it's sort of a children's film that's aimed at adults that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Those are rare, few and far between films, but I would say that when you are making a children's film, it's important that you're not making Dolittle or Sherlock Gnomes. Those are the kinds of movies that are intended for kids, and they are really hard for adults to watch because not only are they just kind of bad, but also so completely and entirely aimed towards children that the humor's not even funny. Humor in this movie is actually funny. This movie totally got me to laugh a bunch of times. I think James Marsden was awesome. I'm going to be honest, him and Ben Schwartz really carry this movie. Carrey is good. He's a little weird. He plays weird really well, which I think is the character, and so, that works pretty well. But on the whole, guys, I would say that if you have kids, see this movie. It's even one that I think if you're an adult and you grew up playing the game, maybe you catch this on an airplane, maybe you catch this at some point, but I think it's worth watching, and it's certainly not going to be anywhere near the bottom of people's lists this year. I would give this movie at least a 7, maybe even like a 7.1. I think it's pretty good, and I hope it makes money because it's a kind of an original and unique take, and, props to them for doing a good job with it. Even Sonic looks pretty cool. So those are my first thoughts here on Sonic the Hedgehog, guys. Thanks for watching. It's Action Industries here on YouTube. Be sure to leave your thoughts, your comments below, hit that subscribe button, and of course, follow along with what we're doing on Twitter. Check out patreon.com/teamaction for tons of cool new stuff. Andrew and I are kicking off. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.